Good day, learners. This is Teacher Chris, and today we're going to talk about lines. So, first things first, let's define a line. A line is an infinite set of points. It has length but no width and no thickness. The arrows in both sides of the line is an indication that the line extends indefinitely in both directions. And the line is usually named by two capital letters, which represents 2 points on the line. Now, let's look at the illustration. In the illustration, there are two arrows on both sides, which means it extends indefinitely in both directions. And the 2 points, M and C, is how we name the line, which is line MC. So we're done with the definition of a line. Now let's talk about the subsets of a line. The first one is a segment. It is a part of a line consisting two endpoints and all the points in between. Now look at the illustration. In the illustration there are 3 points, namely point A, point B, and point C. From these points, we will be able to form three segments, namely segment AB or segment BA, segment BC or segment CB, and segment AC or segment CA. So as we can see in the illustration, point B is in between point A and C. And now, there goes the definition of between. Point B is said to be between A and C if and only if A, B, and C are distinct points of the same line, and segment AB plus segment BC is equal to segment AC. So we're done with segments. Now let's talk about ray. Ray is a part of a line with only one endpoint and extending in only one direction. So, from the illustration, point R is the endpoint of ray RT. And on the right side of point T, there is an arrow, which indicates that the line extends indefinitely on the right side. Now, how do we name a ray? A ray is named with its endpoint first, followed by another point on the ray. So the illustration is named ray RS or ray RT. Now let's go with opposite rays. Opposite rays are rays with a common endpoint but extending in opposite direction. So from our second illustration, there are 3 points, which are point A, point B, and point C. And from these points, we can name two rays, which are ray BA and ray BC. And from the rays, there is a common point, which is point B. So therefore, ray BA and ray BC are opposite rays. Now that we know what are rays and segments, let's try to identify the rays and segments of this illustration. So first things first, let's identify the segments. There are 3 segments found in the illustration. What are they? Yes? Oh, you're right. And so, the line segments are segments EF, FH, and EH. Now, how about the rays? There are 6 of them. Yes. Okay, and so the 6 rays are ray FE, ray FG, ray FH, ray FI, ray EF or ray EH, and lastly, ray HF or ray HE. Now, what else have you observed on the illustration? Do you find any opposite rays? Yes, right. The opposite rays are ray FE and ray FH, since they have a common point, which is point F. Very good, learners. And that ends our lesson for today. Thank you, learners. Goodbye.